When you first open up ZBrush, Hexagon, you'll be presented with this empty space. So I'm going to show you how you can bring a shape in, like I did. And the shapes, they're called primitives, and the word primitive means basic. If somebody says, oh, you're looking very primitive, it means you're looking very basic. Or that's why they call like monkeys primitive animals. They're very basic animals. Well, monkeys ain't actually. Monkeys are quite complex. But primitive means basic. And that's what these are. These are basic shapes. And these are shapes in which you can start your modelling from, and you can build out from. A bit like in what's that game that you was talking about earlier on?
Fortnite.
Not Fortnite, the other one. The blocky characters.
Oh, Minecraft.
Minecraft. So a bit like Minecraft, you can start from a block and you can actually build and add to the block to build out your model. And then you can have more and more blocks and subdivide those blocks. But for now, when you first open up Hexagon, you're going to want to get something at least in there to rotate around. So what you do, this is how you do it. You choose the shape that you want. These ones here, these two, and all of these along here, apart from, see that one there with, called the facet, you won't need to select that one straight away because that's not really a shape as such. The rest of these are shapes. The T key is text, which you won't go into just yet, but you better write your name in 3D. All these other ones you can choose from if you get bored looking at the same shapes. The way that you bring them into the screen is you can drag and drop them by holding the left mouse button. Ta-da, done. To delete it, hit the delete key. I'm going to drag and drop a cube, a sphere into the scene. How about a cone? Right, drag a cone into there. Wherever you drag and drop it is wherever it's going to be. So if I want it there, it's going to be there. And what you can do then from there is you can see how well you can navigate and quickly zoom in on different objects. Now I'm going to delete these again, and I will just get you to do that right now. I'll get you to bring in some primitives.
So, should I stop this out?
No, you can carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll record everything you do as well. And if you have any questions, just ask, and then I can cover them, and it'll get recorded within the video. Okay, so the reason why that's happened is because there's two ways of bringing a primitive in the screen.
Yeah.
There's one way where you can drag and drop, and the other way is where you don't drag and drop, but you just click on it once. And the way that you just did it there was you clicked on it once and then tried to drag it. And it doesn't really matter which way, but when you've gone into that mode, like that, you can literally just choose where you want to drag it from, hold the left mouse button, and it will appear on the screen. And whenever you want to complete anything inside this program, you just press the enter key and it's complete. Press the delete key. If you click once, it won't appear, but it'll give you the choice to choose where you want it to draw it from and the size of it. So you can hold down the left mouse button, drag, and all the time you hold the left mouse button down, you've got a choice of how big you want it. You let go, click once, hit enter, and it's done. I hit delete again. If I didn't want to do that, I can just click once, hold the left mouse button down, don't let go, and then let go when you're on the hair. And there it goes. So just try that. That's it. That's it. You can mess with those handles because you're learning them anyway.
We'll bring it up a bit.
Yeah, you can move it. I will explain to you in a minute about what those handles do, but you'll find it out anyway. You're able to scale it in the different directions. If you click on the little tiny, that's okay. If you click on, if you just click on the model once, you bring the handles back.
Mhm.
You notice in the middle of the cube, where the handles are, you've got this little yellow handle.
Yeah.
Try clicking on that and dragging it.
Oh, makes it bigger.
Yeah.
The size bigger.
So it keeps the same shape, but it just overall, they call it a global scale. It
Yeah.
keeps the same shape and scale, I mean same shape, but it allows the whole thing to go up. Whereas if the little tiny blocks, or the boxes that are the red ones, or the green ones, or the blue ones, at the very end, they scale on a particular direction. So you can change the shape of it. So you've got one that goes left and right, up and down, and forward and backwards. You can see there.
I'm forgetting to. How'd you get this off? Oh yeah.
Yeah, press escape, that's it.
So then,
That's a handle that you can move between two axes, and I'll explain about the axes, but you're picking it up quick, and you'll find that by doing what you're doing right now, you'll just learn really quickly, because you're not waiting for instruction, which means that you're playing, and if you're playing, that's when you learn really quick. So when I'm not here, just do that, play and touch and grab things, and you're able to show me loads of stuff. By the time I come back next week, you're able to show me stuff that I'm not even mentioned. And by the time I do get to talk about that area, you'll be so familiar with it anyway. You go, oh yeah, I know what that does. I played with that last week and it did that. And then I can explain more about it. So if you hit the delete key now.
it will delete it. Where is it? Here.
There it is there. Just at the top there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And click once on the sphere, the little ball.
This one.
Yeah, just click once and don't drag, that's it. Now click anywhere and hold the left mouse button and drag out. That's it. And if you let go, you still got control over the size. Now if you just press one more time with the left mouse button,
Oh,
done.
okay.
Hit the enter key and then you're done. You get all the handles back. So there's two ways you can bring a primitive on there, and as you can see, you can shape things already and you can move around that object. And you can imagine if you're building like a man, you move his head into place and his arms into the right place and stuff like that.
It looks so thin.
Yeah, it's really thin. Whenever you create a 3D object,
Looks perfect.
you notice here it's called a
Yeah.
scene tree, and it will list all of your objects in there. Now at the moment it's just called form, it doesn't say a lot about it. If you double click on the name, a little bit lower, oh sorry, I've got it wrong. In my other program, we double click on it.
Yeah.
If you just click on it like you have, at the top there,
Yeah.
you can name it. Call it a ball or whatever like that. Then hit enter. And now you'll notice that it's called ball.
Yeah.
And then you would do that for all of your parts of your, say, motorbike or something like that, your handles, seat, cover and all that lot. So when you initially create something, it won't necessarily name it something that means anything, but you can name it as you go along, and in the end you have hundreds of these different things in there, all different parts all building up. And yeah, so you've already got a lot down already. So if you just practice with those 4 buttons there, so you're already on there.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'll just quickly create a duplicate for you. I'll just do that with the control key. I'm just dragging that one up. And you can kind of zoom, you can zoom in on one object, then navigate to another. Brilliant. If you look in your scene tree, you notice none of them is highlighted blue. That means
Yeah.
that nothing's selected at the moment. And normally that happens if you click away from the model. If you just click in the scene or even in the scene tree, you'll reselect it again. That's it. Yeah, you can click on that. It should select it. Try
like that. Oh no.
That's it. Go back into there. Yeah, that's it.
There.
You're back on it again. And if you wanted to pivot around, say, the top, the point at which you want the camera to move around, that's when you select that one there, very
This
end.
one.
Next one. That's it. And then click where you want the camera to rotate around. That's it. And now if you just rotate around, you'll find that it's rotating around the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
You see that? And when you do that, it feels much more better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like you're in control of the camera, and the camera's really moving around the proper area that you want. And if you wanted to work on a different area of it, you can do what you're doing with your panning, or you can just press the first button and it will zoom straight back out. You can view everything again.
Now I'm gonna try and.
That's it.
Now I'm gonna.
If you don't want to do that, you just press the escape key. That's it.
There. Then I can go back out. But
That's it.
back out. Then
What was that?
I'm recording on the mic.
Oh,
custom view.
He's navigating all right around it.
is that?
Yeah. So that's open since you wanted to view the bottom of the ball.
Yeah.
You try and rotate around first so that you're looking at the bottom.
Yeah. Rotate at the bottom, so that'd be
That's
here.
it. If you just click on the ball, you'll activate it, that's it. And then use the custom view to set the pivot point. That's the one. Click on that. And now when you zoom in,
Oh, no.
you're going to rotate right around the area now. So just try rotating around. See how that feels much better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird concept because you're in a virtual 3D space, and you've got to try and navigate around objects. So you've got to know how to zoom in on particular areas of
Yeah,
an
yeah.
object.
I'm
And
inside of it.
yeah, sometimes you can go inside of it as well, which is a bit strange. But you just get used to it. You just
Yeah.
forget about it. But
Do you think he'd be alright with it?
yeah, I think he'd be fine with it.
He seemed to sort of.
Yeah, he's naturally got this intuition of wanting to try things.
Yeah.
I've got it back out.
You learn a lot by doing that.
I know how to do it. I'm
Because
getting there.
some people with computers or technology, they just don't want to touch things.
Yeah, me.
Unfortunately, that's kind of like inhibiting like the natural child instinct to learn things. Kids just pick up things and roll and play with them. But he's already
Well, I was reading, I was sort of experimenting. and-
yeah. But there's a fear there.
Mm.
There's a fear there of messing something up,
Yeah.
or what happens if that happens? I won't be able to get back, kind of thing. And I just said to Brandon, it doesn't matter whatever he touches in the software, you can't mess it up.
No.
Just close it down, reopen it up again, and then
Yeah.
it's back to square one
Yeah.
again.
Exactly.